Good morning, everyone. Today it's Tuesday morning, October the 15th, 2024. I want to talk about something today that has hit home to me very hard at times, and I'm not sure how this is going to be received, but so be it. I'm not looking for acceptance, I'm looking for the truth. There's a scripture in 2 Corinthians 10:12 that says, "We dare not make ourselves the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. But they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise." I'm going to read that again, 2 Corinthians 10:12. "For we dare not make ourselves the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves. But they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise." As human beings, it's very easy for us to compare ourselves with others, isn't it? We look at maybe other families, maybe the way other people seem to have their kids, or just everybody's doing just fine. No problems, no challenges. We may look at others that seem to have all the success in this world and all the wealth in this world. And you've heard people say, "Isn't that a fine family?" Okay. Well, there are people out there that have challenges with children, have challenges with parents, have challenges with finances, have challenges with jobs, have challenges with all kinds of things. And so we should not compare ourselves with other people. It's real easy to do when we see someone else that seems like everything's coming up roses, all their kids are doing great, there's just no challenges, but things are not always as they appear either. A lot of people are good at putting on an unbelievable front, you know. But if you really knew what was going on inside that family, you might be shocked. But, you know, I know it's, you know, some people, you know, put their kids up on a huge pedestal and exalt their children. Children can be an idol, you know. And I know it's a natural thing for parents to be proud of their children and their accomplishments. But when you have, I have a disabled child, and it's not very easy. When you see all these other parents that have seemingly no problems, but I've been given a specific challenge to deal with that a lot of people haven't, and I'll be honest with you, it's not easy. You know, Paul had a problem with coveting. He said he'd not known the law, but by covetousness. You know, it's real easy to compare ourselves with other people, and to look at other people and say, "Oh, if I'd only had this, if I'd only had this kind of children, if I'd only had this kind of job, if I'd only had this kind of parents, if I only lived here, if I only was making this much money, whatever." Well, we need to remind ourselves that God is the one who dishes out our lot in life, you know. And that includes our children, our wives, our parents, our jobs, everything about us. And so I just want to remind people, if you've had the experience where sometimes you look at other people and it seems like they have the world by the tail, so to speak, and you don't, again, it's not wise to compare ourselves with other people. That's what Scripture says. And this message is more to myself than anyone else this morning. You know, look at everything the Apostle Paul had to go through in his life. He was stoned, he was whipped, he was put in prison, ridiculed, he was put in chains. You know, he experienced a great deal of rejection by the culture that he was placed into. So sometimes we have to remind ourselves that, you know, we don't necessarily like what we're going through and what God has dished out to us. But if we believe Romans 8:28, that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord and to them that are called according to His purpose, that includes the bad things we have to go through. That doesn't mean we have to like them. I don't like some of the things I've had to go through. I don't like the fact that I had to be in the midst of a battle against the state of Missouri for 5 years. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it at all. You know, the Bible says in regards to God's own Son, it says, by the predeterminate counsel you by wicked hands have taken and slain. Jesus Christ, right before He died, prayed to His Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. But not my will, but thy will be done. That's where we need to be. There's been many times I've prayed that prayer. Lord, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. But not my will, but thy will be done. We have to have a resignation of what we're going through. That's what's on my mind this morning. It's not wise to compare ourselves with others, and sometimes we need to pray that prayer. If it be possible, let this cup pass from me, but not my will, but thy will be done. May the good Lord be with you today is my prayer. God bless.